Simon, good morning. Day 3 of the Dilmah Real High Tea Global Challenge. How are you feeling?
The revolution has started. I'm loving it though, because we're not getting the predictable. You think high tea, you think scones, you think cucumber sandwiches. That's not what we're getting. These guys are taking it into the 21st century and they're using the Dilmah tea as an ingredient, not only to make drinks, mocktails, cocktails, in the food as well, and then of course for a great cup of tea. So it's really exciting to see high tea that's transformed, tipped upside down and made interesting. So it's not just something you think of high tea, scones and cucumber sandwiches a bit boring. It's exciting. It's a revolution.
That's what it's supposed to be. And you know, on the first day, I was really thrilled when you came and looked at the judges' briefing at the table and you said, wow, these teas are incredible. This is the new ingredient. And yesterday we had the French team saying that tea is the ingredient of the future of gastronomy. What do you feel? What really impressed you about the teas in this challenge?
Well, when all the teas were lined up, there were 30 different teas. And, you know, we've all tried a Chardonnay, tried a Sauvignon Blanc, Pinot Noir, Shiraz. That's what it was like with teas. There was every kind of flavour that you could think of. And when you tasted the different teas, straight away your mind went savoury or sweet. And then your mind started to tick over of all the different things that you could do with that tea. That's exciting, isn't it? For a chef, new ingredients are what we look for all the time. Somebody comes along with a new vegetable or something new. And here we have all these flavours with tea that chefs have just discounted in the past. They haven't thought about it. Now they're thinking about it.
Now there was a contestant yesterday and I remember you exclaimed that there was this hidden magical flavor that appeared on the palate when you had the tea. If you remember the last contestant, and we had the Thai curry appearing on the palate. What do you think of that?
Well, that blew me away. I mean, you know, it said a green curry, but it came as a dessert, and then there was this little beautiful ball, and when you crunched into it, the lemongrass came out, you had the mango, you had all those flavours going on, but it was the tea that was the ingredient. But when it all came together, it had a flavour. You felt like you were in green curry land. But it was sweet, it was delicious, it was tasty, and it was very clever. So using the tea instead of a curry, instead of cinnamon, instead of ginger, to create that component in the dish is exciting, I think.
Now, we're not allowed to let out any secrets, but how do you think your fellow countrymen did? Did you enjoy their presentation?
I did. I love their presentation. And I love the journey they took us on. And, you know, with the guys from the Langham in Auckland who did the chocolate waka, I mean, you know, the work that would have gone into that, pretty incredible. But we've had some fantastic food, haven't we? And teas, and, you know, the perfect cup of tea. It's hard to find sometimes, isn't it?
Has this changed your worldview, your perception of tea?
Absolutely. Tea is an ingredient that every chef should be considering in their pantry. If you don't have a selection in the pantry, you're out of date. You're yesterday.
Okay, so to conclude, and before we get on to the final 4 contestants, a word of advice to budding tea-inspired high tea people. Just not chefs, but anyone who might be watching who would like to know, how do we start in our high tea journey?
You need to think about when you drink tea what you feel like. This morning, just before, I had a ginger tea. I love ginger in the morning. It sets me going for the day. And as the day progresses, I feel like a different tea. So it's not just you have one tea in the cupboard. Have a selection of teas in the cupboard and think about the mood that you're in and what tea you'd like to drink.
Thank you, Simon. It's really an honor having you in Sri Lanka, and thank you for joining my family's inspiration in tea. Thank you.
The revolution is alive and well, all
It's
because of
happening.
you.
Tea will not be the same from tomorrow, 4th of July, when the champion is announced. Cheers.
To Dilmah tea.
Dilmah tea.